Cool.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm super excited for this. We were just saying I
Got
reached out
it.
to try and plan this like over a month ago. So I'm very glad we are making it work. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Today we're going to have Tayo and Ivo for a discussion on all things music submissions, time as curators, what they look for. So all that jazz. This will be helpful if you are a publicist, a fellow curator, a blog, or an independent artist. I'll be asking them a few questions, but also opening it up to questions as well. So feel free to drop anything in the chat or raise your hand and we will unmute you. Just for a quick little background for those that are not familiar, first we have Ivo from Stereofox. He is the founder. Stereofox is a music discovery platform and record label made by forward-thinking professionals with rich and diverse backgrounds. Starting as a music blog back in 2013, Stereofox has grown to be a leading force in the industry for both music fans and artists alike. So welcome, Ivo. And we also have Tayo, who is a music writer and curator. He's currently working for Earmilk, Weekly Rap Gods, and The Word is Bond. With a love for hip hop and an ear for talent across all genres, Tayo has become an influential player for some of the industry's biggest blogs and playlists. So I'm very excited to have both of you. Thank you so much. I know it's the evening for you, so definitely appreciate it as well. And I
Thank
guess
you.
for starters, just what kind of led you to this side of the industry as a curator? And we can start with you, Ivo.
Oh, okay. So my background is actually in product and marketing. Even though I played drums for 15 years, I have a music education. And then just for fun. And then I started writing this small blog and I really enjoyed it, especially just being able to write whatever I want. And then, I don't know, just blogging, the blog kind of grew up. I got more people on the team and you start learning to go. Like I never took journalist classes or anything, just the love for music. And I think for sure Tayo can say the same, but if you love what you're doing and really like at the end of the day, whether you do it on Submit Hub or not, if you love it, you're going to do it for many, many years. And it's just really nice to find new music. And I really hope we can still be here in 10 years with Tayo talk about curation.
Definitely. How about you, Tayo?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's almost the same. I kind of like stumbled into this when I was studying, because I'm an analytical chemist. I'm pretty much science, technology type stuff. So, and I did a lot of like writing during when I was defending my thesis. I was doing like a lot of writing and I love music as well. So I just started blogging for the fun of it, It's like a pastime. Like I just want to write something, and people started noticing my write-ups, and they wanted me to, do it for them, like write something for them, and some in that vein. Anyway, they would just wanted to see me review their songs, albums, and stuff like that. And what even happened was a blog actually, The Word is Bond, actually reached out to me. They were like, they like what the stuff I've been doing online and they wanted me to be part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I started, I also worked for Dead End Hip Hop. I don't know if you know this, those guys that review stuff on YouTube, Dead End Hip Hop. They have like a short-lived blog, which I worked for, but it's not functioning anymore. And Earmilk as well. I started working for Earmilk like a few years ago, like 3-4 years. And yeah, I'm here now. That's
Here you
all.
are.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I mean, it sounds like both of you, it was such like an organic process too. It just really comes from a love of music, which sounds so simple, but I feel like curators, like they have that passion has to be there because it sounds like a really fun job, which it has its fun times, but it yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, I saw that. It is brutal and you really have to love music to stick with it. So I'm happy to hear that you both kind of had a organic side to it and have been able to stick with it, which I guess kind of leads to, let's just dive into it and talk about submissions. Like, what's kind of your thought process when you get a submission? How important is the information associated with the track, or are you just going straight into listening and going from there?
Do you want to go first in this one?
Okay, let me start. I've always been about both. You know, the music has to catch me, first of all. And then again, presentation matters. A lot of artists tend to send music with nothing, no info, no social media, and it makes it like pretty difficult for me to really get the angle. Like I can listen to the music and love it, but what else? You know, that means I always have to go online, start searching. But then again, I have other submissions to listen to. So it makes it kind of you're giving me more work to do. And this is what I actually made a list of things people should do. I think we should, when we get to that point, I can break it down.
Great, thank you.
It makes it easier for people. I have it written down here.
Prepared.
But the only, let me just summarize. Like, if you're going to send music, just be precise. Tell the blog what you want from them. If you want to be on the playlist, just say it. If you want them to review your video, just say it. If you want them to review your single or album, just say it. You don't need to, be verbose. You don't need to start talking about your childhood unless they need it. Tell them exactly what you want. Be straight to the point.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good advice. Solid. How about you, Ivo?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff I think we're gonna overlap, but for me, it's like a very thin line between how much and what you send. Like usually I get to listen to the track and I would need initially very little information, but like important one. I would rarely I think artists need to understand, because I'm gonna take a step back. For most cases, it's not a job. Like a lot of curators are doing this on a side. And you can imagine that people receive 50 emails a day. So for me, one of the most equally off-putting as no information is too much information. I personally don't like to see A4 list of the press release when I don't know what's going on. And it's just so much. And if you have to think about, there's 50 of those every day. So like a very one-liner of information about the track. I would like to know what is the vibe, what is the genre, and what helps is like, if you have inspiration, it's totally fine if you say, for example, I got inspired by Anderson .Paak. There is no shame in this. Nobody's expecting you to be, that's wow, like nobody has done this before. This is really helpful for me. And it's more likely I'm going to click and listen. And as I said, only then if I need, I'm going to look for that information. One other tip I often give to artists is your submission email can be 4 or 5 sentences, and then you can put all the links. So just link me your press release. If I get to the point that I want to write about you, I'm going to click on that. But don't spew all that information on me because it's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
Artwork is something I really, really care. I mean, like we're all visual. And of course, sometimes I get good music and there's so much good resources for even free solutions. And sometimes it's just, it has to be presentable, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think like my ideal type of pitch email is, like you said, like 3 to 4 sentences, like give me some context, give me the link to the music, and then link out your press release, your Dropbox of photos, like anything, so I don't have to chase you down after that. And like just having it all there, but in an organized manner, because you're spending 10 seconds reading the email, not even sometimes, and you just want to be able to get the context, get any information you need, and then just move forward. Which it kind of leads to my next question of, do you both have a preference on how a submission is formatted, or you prefer it to be through a specific platform like Submit Hub or Muso Soup versus email?
So obviously we are using Submit Hub. Like for the record, we get around 100 submissions a day. That was a tough decision for us. Like I'm going to be super transparent. For a long time, I think Submit Hub was 2 years when we joined, and I'm actually friends in real life with Jason, and I didn't feel comfortable. But at some point, it was just really impossible to catch up with emails. At that time, Stereofox was really like a side thing for everyone. So like you work 9 hours a day and you go home and you have 40 emails. So now we use Submit Hub. That being said, there are cases, like first we look for music ourselves, but there are cases where in my situation, I would check out the submission. I'm not sure if email is gonna be the right thing or Instagram message. We have a Discord channel And to be honest, a lot of people join and interact with other artists in the team and ask for feedback there. And I'm gonna be a bit more inclined to listen to the music. What I don't appreciate is, I don't know about you, Ty, but sometimes people message me like, listen to my song, please, like, or add to the playlist. And it feels kind of disrespectful. Like, you clearly, especially if it's a music that, let's say, we don't feature EDM. So clearly that guy has no idea. My advice would be send to 10 people that you research instead of 100 people that you don't know anything about. Because there are cases really like, once I like an artist and I see their name in the Discord, or maybe they engage with us on social media, maybe I'm gonna open a message directly, but it's not because I don't want to, it's just difficult with the fact that the day has 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
So regarding the format, I really have no qualms about the way you present your pitches and stuff, as long as it's straight to the point. It gives me exactly what I need. Like, okay, artist, blah blah blah, releases, blah blah blah. The like a short blurb, like a press release about the song or whatever it is, video, album, EP, a short blurb, like a short bio as well, and the links. That's all. It doesn't really, I mean, there's really no set format, I mean, so a lot of PRs, they still use the old format, like the record label format, which is, fine. But then again, in this digital age, you can always switch things up as long as you keep it, straight to the point. Again, that's what I need. Like what you said, you need the main points, who you are, why, and what you are, the links. Just give it to me that way, short. Doesn't have to be 10 pages, 20 pages. You can always, this is one thing I want to say again. Artists should try and make like 2 different type of EPKs. Like the short one, you could have like a short one, like a 1 sheet with all your info on it that you can send out. You can have like a more elaborate EPK that you can always keep for in case the blog or whatever asks for more information. And there's another app, a website you can use for that, Story Amp. I don't know if anybody uses it. Story Amp is actually very good. You can set up your profiles. You can always add all the all the articles written about you. I'm talking to artists now. You can always update your information on that website with with every release you put out. You can set it and schedule it to go out to different blogs. And yes, we do use Submit Up. I use emails as well, although my email is kind of funky because I get tons of emails every day. And also, people tend to reach out to me via Instagram, which it's kind of weird, like I really don't listen to. Yeah, I try to be accommodating to most people, like, okay, because there's actually someone right now in my inbox that has been begging me to write an article about him, saying I'm the only one that can help him. I really don't know what to do. I'm not like I really can't do much. He doesn't say anything. He just keeps saying, I had to block him. I had to. Because I wake up, I see him messaging me, telling me, oh, I have to post this song because of this, that. And this dude has like 200K followers. So I'm kind of like confused, like we get those kind of weird, I call them weirdos anyway. And there are some genuine ones which I do reach out to, and I really don't like giving people my emails, maybe 1 or 2 every now and then, because all the emails get jammed up, and it gets hard for me to, sort through daily emails after a while.
Yeah.
So I really don't like giving my email. And I'm gonna say this, please. IG, like Instagram, Twitter is not the best way to make submissions. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's it.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm transparent. If anyone submits us a link to music on Instagram DM, it's automatically deleted because we have a highlight that says submit, and you can tap on the highlight and it'll tell you how to submit.
True.
If you can't take the 5 seconds to learn how to submit, then why would I take the 5 seconds to
Listen.
do submission? Like, it sucks that I have to get to that point. But this will be, after this question, I'm going to open this up to the audience. So if anyone has any questions, you can either put it in the chat or raise your hand and we will have to unmute you.
One more thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of submissions, because it's actually quite new for us, so I forgot to mention it. Again, I'm not promoting a Discord server, but what we start to do is once a month, the whole team, we open up submissions. We try to get around 50 tracks, and basically what we do is like we have a 2-hour session. The whole team is joining together, plus all the moderators from Discord team and all the fans actually. So last time we were like 50, 60 people. So we listen to the music which is submitted. We read the info about the artist and we discuss. And actually, I would say 50% of the time, if the music, if the genre fits our selection, we ended up at least playlisting. And it's something if you really like, we add on our website. We just want to give people a solution to basically send us music not on Submit Hub, because obviously that's related to money. So if somebody wants and they don't want us to use Submit Hub, they can submit in that form. It happens just once a month, so we gotta be paying attention. But as you said, like at the end of the day, you don't owe anyone your time. And if they haven't had, for example, what else is in the Instagram bio? If you tap on the bio link, it says submit in the monthly event. If you haven't seen this, why should I answer your message? Like, sorry, it doesn't work this way.
No, that's a great opportunity too. And like you said, if you're taking the time to give someone an opportunity, then for them not to take on it, then that's on them. So I guess, my next question before we turn to the audience is just, and this can be as general as possible or specific, what advice do you have for a publicist or an independent artist trying to build a relationship with a curator, aside from just bombarding you with emails?
Wow.
And harassing Tayo in the DMs.
I think just for me though, like I've kind of like a good relationship with, PRs, and all I say is they've been quite some weird ones, but most of them are actually, very considerate, because I tell them like, yo, I've listened, I really don't like this. It doesn't really fit my, I'm not going to force myself to write about something I don't really like. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the same genre or what have you. If I don't really like it, if I'm not really feeling it, I'm sorry. I really can't do much for you. And people tend to take my advice, at least to some degree. Maybe just one or two, a bit that, they go crazy. But my advice is just try, if you reach out, just, understand that we can't really cater to you all the time. We might reject some of your submissions, some of your requests. We might not take it into consideration, but you just need to bear with us, because we get a lot of, submissions, we get a lot of requests, we get tons of, emails and stuff. So people need to understand it's a back and forth thing. Sometimes I might not just be even in the mood, like I have my 9-to-5, like, that I work. So it's a combination of different things. We all just need to understand each other, and you need to understand that things might not go your way all the time. Things, you just have to take it in stride and keep on pushing.
100%.
That's all.
100%.
Well, the fun fact is that because we are labeled since 3 years, we are also on the other side of sending music to curators. So personally, I do have some good relationship with some publicists. My personal advice, if I was a starting artist, I would not rush into hiring one. I actually prefer if I know the independent artist send me the music than a PR person. I am this way. I know it's kind of weird. Of course, there are some really good publicists, and as Tayo said, if you're respectful and if you know what to like, if you know what to send and it's at least fits the genre, so you know what we are writing about, then it's already like, okay, we are on the same page. I will try if I like to feature. If a publicist sends me 1 or 2, 3 tracks, like for example, we say everywhere, no autotune, no EDM. And if I get 4 EDMs in a row from publicists, I will not open an email anymore from that person. Usually I actually send unsubscribe and send to spam. One big advice. Don't start your email with re, because some people try to trick you as if you're already in discussion with them, and that's the subject line. And it's like, every time I see this, it's so cringe. And I usually send this to spam, just because, like, wait, if it says RE, then I already spoke with this person. I open it and it's the first email. So that's very, very, very cheap move. But to build relationship with a curator, what I would do is I would pick 15, 20 curators and learn about them, engage on social media. If they have servers, probably just try to talk to them. Maybe like for some artists, for example, I know they submitted once or twice to Submit Hub. I saw on the social media, I saw them in the server, and you kind of start talking to them as a curator, and you kind of forge a bond, which is kind of weird word to use, but you get used to them, and I'm a lot more open to just subscribing to the music, and like, I'm not going to feature everything, but I'm going to pay attention. I don't think you can do this on a mass scale, so you can't be like knowing 200 curators, but there is a lot of people who are either pretty active on social media or run a community, so you can be part of the community, but you got to be genuine. Yeah, that's my main advice.
Yeah, no, solid answer. Let's talk press kits then, since that's coming up in the chat. Tayo, it sounds like you had some notes that you wanted to talk about too, and then Ivo, if you have anything to chime in as well.
Yeah, I just want to do like a breakdown. It's something I've done before. I had the discussion on Clubhouse last year, and I had to just come up with something to make people, to make artists know how how I operate, like what I try to look at. Like for me though, if you're going to make a submission, the important things you need to have, first of all, bio. A lot of artists do not have a well-written bio. Like, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be, like Ivo said, it doesn't have to be 20 pages, just something short, like who you are, where you're from, how long you've been making music. If you have any, previous releases, like what have you done? You don't need to write every single detail about your life, just keep it short. That's first of all, the bio. Then for the pitch, like the press release, a lot of artists as well don't understand the meaning of press release. It's just like a short information about the submission you are making. If you're making a video, if you're submitting a video, you definitely need to talk about the song in the video. Then you talk about the video itself, like who directed the video, who produced the song, who else is involved with the song. You need to put all those things down. That's for video. If you're submitting like a project, like an EP, album, what have you, you need to write about what inspired the project, the artists you featured on the project, the producers on the project. Those things need to be in place. You should have all those information right there. Also, of course, streaming links. If you have, you need to just have all these streaming links. You can make there are smart links. There are apps for creating smart links that host all your links in one place. It's very easy. I don't really need to talk much about that, but you need to have that in place. One, press photos. Artists, y'all need to be taking press photos every year. Like, you should have just once a year, you should take like maybe 100 photos, and that's what you could use for the rest of the year. You just spread it out. But every year you should try and take like new press photos that you can keep in a Dropbox or WeTransfer link. So you don't attach anything in the email. There's really no need. You don't need to attach an MP3. There's no need to attach photos. You can attach the artwork though. I mean, it all depends, but put everything in the link where people can just easily go to, like the bloggers can easily go to and just extract whatever information they need, and if we need more information, we will definitely tell you. And also, what do you want? Do you want to be on the spot? Some people just want to be on the Spotify playlist and they don't even want you to write about their song or what have you. I've met people like that. They just reach out to me and say, I just want to be on the playlist. I just want to be on the playlist. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Some people just want an album review. Some people just want interviews. But you as an artist, you need to tell the bloggers exactly what you want. What do you exactly need from the submission? Do you want those things I listed? And again, like everything I just said, you can actually put it in one sheet, like a one sheet note that you can, maybe it could be a WordPress, a Word document that you can attach if you want to, or you could put it in the body of the email as well. So again, from start, you need to have your bio, you need to have your pitch, the press release for whatever you're submitting. It could be a project, it could be a video, it could be an EP album. You need to have the artwork, you need to have your press photos. Those are two different things. The artwork for the song or project, then your press photos, that's for you as an artist. That's your representation pretty much. And you should have all your links. That's the links for the song or video project, what have you. Then all your social media links, please. That should be, I don't even need to say much about that. You need to have that, please, like in the email. And what else? Yeah, just keep it short. If you want to make an elaborate EPK, you can. And if we need it, we will ask for it. But keep things short if you're sending out emails. I'm talking about email submission because I do both. I do Submit Hub, I do email submissions as well. So it's almost the same thing for Submit Hub as well, because the way it's formatted, you can always put all those things I said there. Just keep it short, simple, straight to the point, and you should be good to go, I guess. Yeah,
well said. I hope everyone was taking notes. I am recording this, but this is really good, really helpful information as well. I don't know if you have anything else to chime in on that.
Tayo is really good, so it's gonna be it's tough. I don't know, maybe what I like to get is also a quote to first use in the feature, and second of all, to understand a bit about the artist. Doesn't have to be super long, but honestly, it really comes super handy. Pretty much everything that he said in terms of format. And again, this is super individual. It's very difficult to say what other people enjoy. But for myself, again, I prefer the email to be short and then everything to be in a one-click distance. I'm more than happy if somebody is interested. Again, because we've done this as a label, we have 300 releases. So I can show you what we actually have designed as a solution. It's a bit different. I don't know if that's going to be interesting to the people. I can just quickly show you on my screen. But this for us is doing wonders in terms of, okay, I see thumbs up as a press release. I'm going to share my screen just for a second.
Yeah, that's great.
So before I share it, actually, because we were Curator for 6 years when the label came, one of the big things we did was okay, let's forget that we are Curator, a label, and let's design the most perfect scenario where somebody comes to send us music, and let's create that. So it's really nice to be on both sides, because you know what, or you think you know what the other side wants. So what we are using, let me share my screen. I think you should see it now. Let me know if you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay. It's a bit more complicated, but it can be done in a one-pager PDF. It's essentially a landing page for the release. So this is the template. So what it has is the artwork, which is clickable and easily downloadable. Here we usually have the iframe. I'd advise to use SoundCloud, whether it's private or not, just because it's easier than YouTube. Then we always have a short quote from the artist. Then again, super quick, 2 clicks, download all the assets, which is press photos and everything, and pre-save the link. Then you have the artist featured image and all the social links basically available. So the curator doesn't need to go out of his way to find your Apple Music, Spotify, or Instagram. And then what we broke in this section is key achievements. For me, it's super important, and it has to be like bullet points. I don't like to read 5 paragraphs of what you've achieved, because again, you have 1.5 minutes from this person's time. So we have all these bullet points here. Then if you have some praise, let's say another website has written something about you, short quote, a link to the feature. It's really cool when you see, okay, this guy has been featured or not, but it's not a must. Then we have like schedule, genres, 2-3 genres, similar artists, which is super helpful. Then we have one specific section for the artist bio, so just the bio. And then we have release info, which can be a longer quote, more information about the release and stuff like this. And you have, again, like a gallery, which is at 1 click away. So that's what we use. You can do this in a PDF form. Also, if you have any questions, honestly, I appreciate you guys taking the time. You can reach out to me the easiest on Discord, but I'm sure if you reach out to me and ask me, I'm more than happy to take out of my time to share this information with you. But I think a press release should contain this very easy, locatable. Like, I need this, it's here, it's bullet points, I get it. That's it. Like, if you save my time, I will make and use that saved time to feature your track. Like, usually that's how I think. So that's what we use for the levels of. Hope
That's
it was
awesome.
helpful.
Thanks so much for like taking the time to go through that too and sharing that. That's really, really helpful. Someone's just asking, is that available to the public, that template, or that's just internal for you guys?
It is not available for the public yet. We are thinking to actually allowing this as a service to artists to create their own PR pages.
Yeah, definitely.
You can reach out to us, and yeah, we actually did this for a while for some artists, but it does take a bit of our time. So we're actually thinking if we should just make this as a service that artists can use.
Yeah,
because I think the good thing of the landing page is that that press release can easily be turned as a landing page after your song is out. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, based on the feedback just from the chat, like 100%, you guys, I'm sure that would be very, very helpful. We'll take a few more questions and we'll drop any like links at the end, like the Discord and whatnot. This one's a little bit more specific. So maybe we can try and cater it to other genres too, but just what's the chance of emerging Afrobeats or Afropop artists, or we can just say any artist genre with little to no traction, getting placements or featured in international music media?
I mean, I guess it all depends. I do try to feature, like emerging artists from Africa. They do reach out to me because I mean I'm Nigerian anyway. They do, and if I like it, I talk about it. But most are just not aware of this type of platforms like Submit Hub. I think that's the best way they can go about it, or they can reach out to me via email. Although I'm not going to give everyone my email, but some do reach out to me. But what I have to say is they just need to keep on. You can research, search for those blogs. I do have like a number of blog emails. I don't know if anyone needs it. I can always send out. I have like a tons of international emails for blogs and platforms where people can always try to reach out to get their music heard. I really don't know because we're living in a social media age. You can always post your stuff online and people will catch the wind of. Just try to join different try to use all social media platforms, from Instagram. There are Facebook groups as well, like music groups you can always join to submit. And what else?
One thing I highly recommend, it does take time. I don't advise you to go and post, but if you want to do it, use Reddit. Reddit has done wonders for some genres, but one thing I can stress, you cannot just go and post your links. You gotta join a subreddit, be part of the community, give, and then honestly, there's really strong communities that I've seen artists like blowing up just because they're part of a really strong community. And the good thing of Reddit is that let's say if we take Afrobeats, for example, there is a community there, and usually they are quite strong. I follow lately a lot of synthwave stuff, which is again like subgenre, and there is like 5,000 people who are super dedicated and they know each other. So that's a really good way to grow, especially if you're in a niche genre, I think.
Yeah, and WhatsApp groups as well. There are Telegram groups that you can join, Twitter groups. There are spaces there. There are clubhouse groups you can join. I think it's all about connection. You just need to connect with more people outside, just join more groups and don't spam your music. Just, grow with them, share thoughts, bridge the gap between you and whoever is out there. You never know. Yeah,
100%.
One thing about because I assume a lot of people are making Afrobeats and Afropop. Actually, for me, in my opinion, it's not something I necessarily feature, but I follow, and it's really, really going to explode. There is a label. So Apple Music has their own distributor called Platoon, which is also a label. They release a lot of Afrobeats, and they actually, I'm 99% sure they opened up an office somewhere in Africa. I don't know, I'm not sure which country, but they're actually hiring people there. I'm sure you can find on LinkedIn. So you can check out what they do, because their Apple Music, particularly, I know for a fact, are pushing the Afrobeats genre a lot. So check out, they're called Platoon. You can see in LinkedIn who works for them, and you can see their title. Yeah, that's just something that popped in my head for about Afrobeats.
I think Audiomack as well.
Audiomack as well, yeah.
It's actually a good place to start too.
That's awesome. Thank you both. That's really helpful. And I appreciate you guys being like very specific with the advice too, and not just put yourself out there. Okay, we'll go to Armstrong. I'm gonna ask you to unmute and lower your hand.
Sure. Hey, how's it going, y'all? My question is, well, for me, something that's a little bit confusing with press kits, because I'm a musician myself, but I also work at a label at Sony Music. So all the press kits we get are in third person. But I'm wondering, like, as a musician, like, if I'm talking about myself, like, can I speak in first person in like my EPK, or does it have to be only in third person, like how like labels send it out, stuff like that?
For me,
go.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Actually, if it's from you, I think it's more genuine. Like, I hope we don't live in a world where somebody's like, oh, this guy is writing in this person, and so I'm not gonna listen to his music. I think it's genuine. If it's coming from you and you wrote it, and it's super cool. Like, you don't have to change this, in my personal opinion.
Likewise, I mean, if you're sending me an email directly, I expect you to write from a first person perspective, you get. So all depends. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter, to be honest.
That's awesome. Thank you. I have two more, just super quick questions. So if anyone else has anything, just drop it in the chat. First, just a fun one. What have you guys been listening to lately? Which I know is such a trick question. Anytime I ask a curator that, they're like, I don't know. I couldn't name a single song.
Yeah, I can. I've been listening to a lot of EDM though, like deep house, electronic music.
Nice.
And funk, I guess.
Very cool. Me as well, actually. Yeah, I don't like work with house music, which I think is why I like it so much, is because that part of your brain is turned off.
Yeah, true.
How about you, Ivo?
Today, well, actually, lately I've been trying to find kind of like future beat sound similar to the 2014-15 SoundCloud selection days.
Nice.
Which I really, really miss, to be honest, because for a lot of reasons. I listen to synthwave a lot lately because of the label, and also like a lot of new soul guitar beats. But yeah, like a mix, to be honest. Like, I like cross genres and like future beats with a bit of bass crossed with whatever you want to put in there. That's what I listen to. Lo-fi house as well.
Yeah, that's
very cool. I feel like that's taken over too. Very cool. Well, it's the last question, very broad, just kind of what are you both, you or your platform, working on, or just kind of any exciting upcoming plans that we can support you in?
Oh, wow. I can't really say much about EM, they are pretty
you're busy.
Yeah, pretty busy, you know. And unfortunately, I just want to say, like, the playlist I've been curating is on hold for now, you know, until further notice. So anybody trying to reach me for playlisting, I really can't do much for you right now. So apologies.
No worries.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Just any upcoming exciting plans for you or Stereofox or anything like
Well, my girlfriend and I were supposed to go learn to snowboard this weekend, which I don't know if it's going to happen. And so that's cool if it happens. If not, still cool. And for the platform, we're actually launching our new website
Nice.
in
Nice.
a month.
Very
It's been 2 years in the works, but it's really cool because what we are doing is we are allowing the people who read and listen to music on Stereofox automatically to add their tracks on Spotify without leaving the website.
Very
So
cool.
that took forever to build, and we're in the final stages. So I'm very, very excited. Yeah, the other stuff is for the label. We release every week. So just, yeah, every day is cool day, you know?
That's awesome. Congrats. That's very exciting.
Sweet,
Well,
sweet.
Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in and ask such thoughtful questions. And seriously, thank you both so much. Like, this was really helpful. It's nice to be on this side of the industry where you actually want to help people and give actual useful advice and not have there be any like barricade with this stuff. And I know you both are very busy, so I really appreciate you both taking the time to do this and yeah, just share like such thoughtful responses too and real advice.
Yeah, thank you for having
Likewise.
us.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for taking the time, guys, to come and
Of
listen to
course.
what we
Thank
have.
you,
Yeah.
everyone. If
There's a lot of
you-
messages in the chat. Like, I
Yes.
really can't.
Cute. Yay. Thank you, everyone. This will be also on YouTube. So if there's any part that you missed or want to go back and watch and take more notes, this will be up on the Luna Collective's YouTube later this afternoon. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy your days, evenings. I know
guys.
it's the end of the day for you
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
So appreciate it again. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a